recorded. So from this point forward, it will be recorded. I would like to see your face, but if it's taking too much bandwidth, you can just put it down and just mute it. But if you have a question, type it in the chat box or email me later, okay? This will be, you know, where we put the Zoom meetings on OneNote. This is where you can go and do that later. Okay, so looking at this so far, just getting this organized. All right. All right. So I'm going to minimize it. Minimize it. Guys, I can see all the chats, so just make sure you are doing the right thing. Okay, so yes, everything gets recorded. Everything gets recorded. So I'm just letting you know, best behavior. All right, let's go through. We're going to do OneNote. Let's go. So I'm going to show you what's been done and what we're going to do next week. So we're going to show you, first of all, where we go on OneNote. So looking again, Year 7, 2020, everybody should have that on their computers. Science, the tab up the top, that's where we're at. Now, here is where we have all Term 2. Term 2, fourth outline, online learning is here. Week's work, remember you were meant to complete the Familiar Forces handout and copy it to OneNote in a collaboration space or on your own page. That was homework. Do the journal, explain what the difference is in between contact and non-contact. Here is some experiments that you could have done. Here is the homework that I was waiting for some people. Thank you to those who did it. That's a great job. We're going to go through that today. If you're ever looking for the Zoom, it's here, but it's also here. Zoom is here as well. And I'll put today's Zoom just in week 2 right here. So if you ever want to see what we learned in Zoom, it's right there on OneNote. Okay, looking up again. The planner, some of you are really doing well and getting on top of it, but we might slow it down a bit and I might give you a little bit less. So we'll see how we go. Still use this timetable, but we may only get 1 or 2. But the homework, I want you to do at least 1 task a week and 1 lesson a week. That would be really appreciative for me. There is prac getting sent home today. So I will explain that to you. So let's go over homework. So we're gonna, have your homework out next to you. We're just going to go over it now. So get your homework out. This is the homework sheet. It looks like this, Familiar Forces. So if you have that sheet in front of you, that'd be great. Let's go through it. So this, I'll be honest with you, Mrs. Conway had trouble with her editing, and I hope some of you didn't have the same trouble. If you could draw on it, that's great. If you can just get a pencil and draw on it, that's even better. So homework out, let's follow the homework sheet, please. All right, homework is what? No, looking at the board. Last week. Okay. All right, guys, you in the classroom, you have to be like a classroom, put your hands up because it's still getting recorded, okay? So you need to have your hands up waiting for a response. All right, yes, Caden. You can just check your answers or you can just add to it what you've got in front of you. I've printed it out for you, okay? Yes, Jamie. Yeah. Please get your homework out. I'm going through it right now. Right now. So please get it out. Get a pencil. Let's go through it. We're going through it right now as a class. Okay, thank you. Okay, Nikita, if you don't have it, you can look back on this later on. You may, yes. Okay. All right, quickly. All right, so back on track. Let's go. So we're going to go through it. What you have to do is put arrows. Here is a diagram of what an A standard answer is. You have to have an arrow up saying push and an arrow down saying pull of gravity. There is a pushing force acting up from the ground, and there is a pulling force acting on the center of gravity on the earth. So if you write that, or if you've done that, you can check that in your homework now. Okay, so name any forces that are acting on the box. So the forces are the pull of gravity onto the ground and also the push of the resistance from the floor. So that's the stationary ball. And then you've got the gravity pulling when it's dropped, and you've got the force of air resistance from when it's dropping through the air. All right, going down, which one is the contact force? The contact force is with the ground. It's touching the object. Contact force is where the force is actually acting on the box that's in the diagram, the force that's touching it. So it's called a contact. Which of these forces are non-contact? Gravity is not touching the object, so that's for it is a gravity. Looking at the push, forces 2, push. Use the arrows to show the direction of the forces acting on the truck on each diagram. Okay, so this is the above arrow. You've got to put an arrow. If you can do that, that's great, but this is a scientific drawing. This is what the stationary truck looks like. The arrows should be equal. You got one with gravity down the bottom, push of the thing on top. Then you've got here, when it's moving, you've got the push of it across and the little bit of air resistance, which is less, and gravity, which is push. Okay, then you've got to go down, and the contact force is friction on the actual wheels, and the non-contact force is the gravity again, and the air resistance is also a contact force as well. All right, going down here, the pull, when you have a tug of war. Looking at this one, it's just when you draw it, you can have equal arrows, one person pulling and the other person pulling. So the forces of this one, when it's stationary and it's not moving, the forces are equal. When someone's winning, that side is getting pulled harder, so they're winning, okay? So that's the difference. All right, so the act on it is the gravity, all right? And the pull of the rope is what's the contact. Looking at magnetism, magnetism is the paper clip. So you've got the pull of the magnet from the magnetism, which is an arrow pulling it, and you've also got the contact on the ground, which is the magnet keeping it to the ground, and gravity acting on that magnet when it's pulled up. You got to draw an arrow there, and the forces that you know, and the contact force, sorry? Oh, okay, in the recording it'll be clear, hopefully. All right, I'll just finish this off and we'll just see how technical problems go, okay? I'm sorry, it's been a bit jittery today, but we'll just have to wait and see. So with the contact force is actually the on the ground with the, it's not contact force until it's actually touching the magnet. At this point, it's non-contact force with the magnet because it's pulling it up. So the magnet is actually, magnetism is non-contact force. The contact force is actually on the ground, just resting there. And it's the friction of it pulling it up off the ground that is the contact force. So that's your answers for that one. I'm going to open the floor and I'm going to, I'm just going to unmute these people. Chloe, Aiden. Can you unmute? Aiden, Chloe, Mia, Nikita, can you unmute? Kaden, Jamie, and Sam, stay here, please. Okay, Mia, I know that was really quick. Could you hear that?
Some of it.
Some of it. Okay, I'm sorry I went through it really quick, but it's going to be videoed, so you can probably listen to it. It'll be clearer in the video on the link, okay? So that was a bit fast and you didn't hear some of it. Aiden, what about you?
I heard all of it.
You heard all of it? Okay. All right. Okay, Mia, so did the one that I emailed you today, did that work? Chloe, did you hear all of it?
Yeah, I heard all of it.
Okay. I know it's really fast, but in the video, you'll be able to hear anything. So Yeah, that's okay. I can hear her perfectly. So in the video of today's Zoom, you will be able to hear me. That's what's happened today. Okay, because it's recording here on site, then I actually will get all it to be crisp, and then I will email you the YouTube link. You should get all the answers to your homework that way, okay? I'm sorry we're having technical problems, but I'm trying to make this work. We've got a lot of people in different locations. I am emailing you a link with this YouTube video so you can see what you've done this lesson, and then I am going to, in that video will be the answers and what's happening next week. Thank you, Jamie. Remember to put your hand up, mate, or either say miss. Okay, thank you. All right, let's go on. Can you mute your all self? We're gonna do another couple of things. Okay, all right. So your journals, let's go back into this. So that's last week completed. So that's good. Some of you did some journals. I'm really impressed with some of the journals. If you go into collaboration page and you look at, so this is homework, who's completed the homework. I keep a tally of who's completed here. I also look at some fun forces at home. So people who have been doing things at home, I've been adding it here. Your online shared journal, like Chloe, her experiment and her YouTube link is all here, and I emailed that to you all as well, so you could all have a look at what everybody's doing at home. Questions for Mrs. Conway? I have kept up a log of what's happening, and also I've done another homework tracking because the other one was getting a little bit, so I will see what's done in week 1, week 2, 3, and 4. So if you're really lost as to what you've got to get done in science, have a look in here so you get an idea where you've got to go. Putting in homework. Let me do an example. So one way of doing it, sorry Toby, I'm going to use yours. So going into Toby's and looking at his science, what he's done is he's copied and pasted everything from my page. Then he has added in his completed task here. Then he's getting teacher feedback daily on what he is able to do. So he is doing experiments at home and he's logging it in on his OneNote. Another way that you could do this is, say for instance with, let's see if I put it in this one. Yeah, so on this one, I've set up, so completed tasks go here for Lily, and then the online journal, you can write your own online journal here on your own tab under science, okay? So that's what you can do. So with that, that's one way of keeping up homework. All right, so the next thing that I'm going to do is down here, watching these 2 videos. And what we've got here is an image of what happens with Isaac Newton's apple falling on his head. The homework for this one is actually just seeing what you can learn and practice about free body diagrams. Whatever free body diagrams that I've mentioned in these 2 clips to write down, you should be drawing them into your science journal. If you don't like doing it online, you can do it in a book and just take pictures of it. All right? Balanced and unbalanced forces. If it's a balanced and unbalanced force, you should be able to explain that by the end. We all know what is a contact force and a non-contact force now, and that was done in your homework. Now we're looking at balanced and unbalanced force. The Zoom meeting for the next week is going to be here. All right? This one you must watch. It's about the spring balance. You'll be doing labeling the spring balance, and you'll be doing a prac on spring balance. All right, I'm going to let you have, I'm going to unmute you all. So you're all on filming again. If you have any questions, let me know. Put it in the chat. All right. I'm just going to grab something for you. All right. So those of you who are at home, you're going to get a science pack. It's all at the office, packed up, ready to go. Aiden, so your mum will probably take this home. Chloe, your mum, I'll put your USB in one and that you can come pick that one up. It's got a spring balance in it. It's got all the cracks in it. It's got the safety in it. Mia left. We lost Mia. Yes, we did lose Mia. Okay. It'll flash if it comes back. Okay, so inside this, it'll have the safety behind, but you need to know about the spring balance. The spring balance is this thing here. What you need to check first is that it's at 0. You adjust this white knob up here to make sure it's at 0. This is what you hang it from. Make sure it's in a secure place. This is what you hang the other stuff on. Don't go over 500 grams, okay? In my email, I've used these, in my video footage of how to do it, tin cans, little small tin cans of tuna are about 80 grams each. If you use 4 of them, that's good, okay? Or 5 of them, that's good. It won't go over 500 grams. So try and not stretch that spring. See that spring in there? That should come back to me in that shape. You are all allowed to keep this at home, but you have to bring it back. If it is broken in the time that you're in your possession, you will then be responsible for paying for a new one. Okay? If you break it accidentally, we may discuss, but if it's purposely broken and the spring is stretched out to the max and it's wrecked, you will be paying for a new one. Okay. So that is at the office, ready for people to pick up. Inside it is, so inside it there is this. This is a safety manual. It tells you what the parts are. In this safety manual, it tells you how to measure frictional force. It tells you how to measure gravitational force. It says the safety as well. How much does it cost? That's a question from Aiden. I think it's only, but we just have to look after it, but I'm just saying to you, you have to be careful with it. Not quite sure on the figure, Aiden, that was a question from you, but we'll just have to make sure that you look after it. Just don't want you wrecking them, that's all. Okay, so this is the safety stuff, and you can do all these experiments using this, and this will help you with your homework. So that's that part. All right. Okay, screen sharing the next bit. Your homework for next week is this. Using your tubular thing and using your PowerPoint, you are to label the parts. It's in your PowerPoint how to label this. So make sure you label this one. Okay? The next thing I have to show you is okay. So when you're doing these experiments, you have to use this skills for learning. These are the questions when you're doing experiments to help you communicate. As you go along, you can think about these questions and try and answer them. It's just to guide you as to how to do a scientific inquiry skill. See how you go, it's all attached, and that is on your OneNote as well. You can look at that to help you with your experiments this next couple of weeks. Yes, Caden. Sorry. The labeling one? Yes. No, not all the questions. No, it's just to guide you so that when you're doing your experiment, you can think through. So you don't have to answer every question. No, that's okay. Yes, Jamie. You have got these spring loading things for the rest of this term, and when you come back, you continue it. So we'll see how you go, okay? But for the next, yes, you do have to do it at home. All the cracks are in your bag. There's 2 cracks. So no, what you've got is one work. You have got it. It'll outline it in the OneNote. So go to OneNote, and I will tell you when it's due. This week, I just want you to label the spring balance. Next week, when you look at the videos on YouTube, it'll tell you when you have to do the experiments, and it'll explain to you how to do experiments. Okay, so this week only, we're doing the labeling of the spring balance. Yeah, but I'm taking everything home in once so that I don't have to keep sending stuff home. So keep hold of that pack because it's got everything for the next couple of weeks in it. Okay, question time. All right, someone is waiting. All right, Mia's coming back. All right, so the next thing I have to show you is, yep, I think that's it. So for this week, I'm gonna unmute, Chloe, can you unmute? Aiden, can you unmute? Mia and Nikita, can you unmute? Okay, do you guys have any questions?
No.
Okay, all right. So are you happy you're getting a pack home with all the pracks in it? They're all printed out, so you don't have to do anything. You just have to follow the pracks that are printed out. And in the YouTube clips, we'll be explaining to you what is to do with how to do them, okay? All right, and that'll be, I'll probably have no other homework, okay? I think that is enough. Don't we all agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, just doing prac for the rest of the term at home is enough. Try and filling in these sheets that are in here is enough. I really thank you for all working hard. I know it's not easy, but this is enough for this term, okay? We're just going to learn about forces as much as we can. All right, any questions? Mia, do you have any questions? Are you able to follow the OneNote well?
Yes.
Yes. Are my YouTube videos good, or do you just like watching the PowerPoint? Okay. Okay. So keep doing YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. All my YouTube, you can access anywhere at any time. All right. Okay. So see if you can do it. Hey, you got the pack. That's awesome. Mia did. That's awesome.
Mum just gave it to me.
That is very cool. Delivery arrived. Hey, Nikita. So everyone in year 7 should be getting a pack today. This is your homework for the next couple of weeks. Okay, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5 are all in that pack. No more homework than this. I think we're doing enough, okay? I'm wanting you to be happy.
Yeah.
Okay? Nikita, can you hear me at all?
Yes.
Oh, you can this
Okay.
time. Cool. Aiden, do you have any questions?
No.
All right. So
I'm
this
listening at home.
in this pack is the homework for the rest of this online stuff. It's all printed out. You do not have to email me. If you can't get it back to the school, you can take screenshots with your phones, or sorry, photos with your phones, and just send me in what you've done as your worksheets. If you have any questions, please watch my YouTube videos because I'll be explaining to you, and I'll even put in a few videos of me doing them at home so you can have a look. All right.
Yeah.
If anyone, yes, Chloe?
No, I'm fine.
Anyone else got any other questions? Any questions? All right, if you're happy
Nope.
and you know it, clap your hands. Woo! All right, if you're happy and you know it, you can leave the meeting. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. We have made it. Good job, guys. You're working hard. I see it. I see it. Off you
Miss
go.
Conway.
Bye.
Miss
Are you,
Conway.
yes, Nikita?
For the forcing, do we have to print it?
Say that again, sorry.
For the forcing, do we print it? That one.
Familiar force that I sent in the email. You can either type into it, but sometimes people are saying that it's not working very well. So either you can print it out and write on it, and have you got your mum and dad got a phone and you can take photos of it and just email that to me, or either paste it on OneNote. If you're having trouble, Nikita, just hold on to everything. And what we can do at any time you want to drop off work at the office, you can just drop off what you've done, okay? You can just drop it off. Still recording, boys. You need to log off. Okay, Sam. Okay, all right. Nikita, have you got any other questions?
No.
Did that went really fast and it was a bit jittery. So when you get the YouTube, are you able to watch the YouTube links?
If we have enough internet, because we just used half of our internet.
Okay. All right. Let me know if you're having trouble and I'll try and organise something. There is the option of you dropping stuff back and forth from the office, okay? All right. If the internet's too bad, let us know, okay? And don't stress. If you keep working at home and hold on to it, then show it all to me when you're at school, that's fine. But if you're lost, I'd like to know. Watch this YouTube video, go slow, stop it, start it, stop it, start it. And then if you have trouble, see how you go. And is that okay? All right, any other questions?
No.
Okay, you're all right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just worried about you. Okay, well, I'll send you this YouTube link too, and to your mum so she can see it and she can help you out, okay? So thank you for being wonderful and always coming to Zoom meetings. You may go. See ya.
Yeah.
Bye.